I will say I got taken out for sure. There was contact and it was pretty unexpected. So yeah, that was that, and it was early in the race, and at that point it sucks because you get bumped all the way back, and I was in a kind of a bad spot to get up with that finish line double there. So that was that, and just a disappointing result even after I got up and got going though. So would like to look past that race for sure.
Now, some people have been saying, when you go down sometimes in the main, there's a little bit of a lack of urgency to get going. Do you feel that's the case or no?
No, I mean, it's easy to say when you're not on the motorcycle, not on the track. It was a bad spot where that finish line ramp was, and there was no gap anyway to really get going again. So you have to sit there and wait for everyone to go by. I wasn't really sitting and waiting, but it was just a bad spot to be in, and like I said, being lap 2 or whatever lap that was, sucked. I don't know, look past that race.
At this point in the championship, are you still focused on going for number 1, or are you is it, obviously a lot bigger gap this time than you had last year?
Yeah, I mean that's a long shot. Talking championship. I mean, at this point, I'm just at my mindset of Anaheim 2 and Phoenix, which is the win races. That's all I can do.
And how's your shoulder doing now?
Shoulder's a lot better. It's taken some time. There was a point, around Anaheim 2 or Phoenix where I thought I was, at maybe an 85 or a 90, but I really think that's where I'm at now. And at those races, I was actually maybe a 75. So it's good. It's getting better, but it's not 100. It's not Anaheim 100 before I crashed.
So what are you able to do during the week as far as your training and everything with the shoulder?
Well, like this week was my first normal week, riding and training. So it took a month to where I could do my normal program again.
And what types of therapy are you doing? We see you doing some cryo, things like that.
Yeah, just doing stuff to get inflammation out, with like cryo, and then normal PT stuff, stretching, working it, just trying to get it moving again.
We got top 10s every round this year. You got to be pumped.
Yeah, I mean, I'm stoked. Obviously, that was the goal, kind of starting the season off, but 5 rounds in, 5 top 10s. I mean, I want to do better, I feel like the way I'm riding right now, I could have maybe made that a lot better last weekend, but circumstances, happened. But yeah, I'm stoked. I'm riding well, so.
What happened with that little tip over you had after the whoops, turning it into the left?
Oh yeah, after the whoop, I just a little aggressive, trying to make passes early. Got a little too aggressive, slid out, and ended up not having full control over the bike, so kind of whiskied off over the bales and made it a longer crash than it really should have been, and then fell again right after that. So yeah, unfortunately, just those little mistakes kind of screwed up the race.
Yeah, and you seem like a little bit of a different guy this year. You got a little bit of extra fire under you. Is it, those 250 guys are coming for your spot next year? Does that have a little bit to play for it?
I mean, the story never changes. It's always the same. There's always somebody coming up, somebody moving up, or whatever. My job is to go out and just keep doing what I'm doing. Clicking off good finishes, and then let the cards fall where they fall. I've been battling for rides every year, doing year contracts at a time, and that's just the nature of the beast, and that's just what I got to deal with. So if I go out and do my job, I shouldn't have anything to worry about.
We've seen you at press day so far this year, but this is the first time you're geared up. You feeling better with your ankle? What's going on?
Yeah, feeling a little better. Got to ride on Tuesday, do some testing, and with that, obviously I was out here on the West Coast and had to give Goose some time to build my race bike and make it all nice and new again. So I thought that I'd go out and, I've been struggling in practice. So I think that, a little bit more time on the track, get a few laps in, get, one half of the racetrack down. And then we can just work on the other half tomorrow. So, just trying to, be a little bit more comfortable and better so that I don't have to go to last chance qualifiers and I'm 21st fastest in practice.
Yep. So this is your first day of testing this week, right? What were you guys working on?
Just suspension, really. one of the main things that you do testing is obviously suspension. It's the easiest tool we have to work with. And not having any preseason testing, we were shooting in the dark, and each and every week we've tweaked on it a little here and there. And I felt that we got to a point where we were happy, but we knew our weaknesses, and those weaknesses needed to, go to a test track, not so much a racetrack. So I felt like we achieved that. I found some comfort this week that I hadn't had in weeks prior. So I'm excited to get out here. It's San Diego. San Diego's always been good to me. So just try to carry some momentum into the weekend off of the solid week that I had.
Man, I've gotten so many questions. People come up to me and they're like, what happened? And I literally have no answer for them. It's frustrating. People say my foot slipped off. I think I cross-rutted. But to be in the lead and throw it away like that, I was frustrated. I felt so good all day. I was confident going into Oakland, and for how sketchy the track was, I felt so comfortable. So that was key. And then to get in the lead third lap, once I made the pass, I was confident on winning that night, and man, it went left, literally. It went south. So, I rebound for a fourth. I wanted a podium for sure, but man, it's frustrating. But you know what? That was a week ago, and I tell people, I don't know what happened. It's a new race coming up. So, looking back, I just want to move on from that and just learn.
Cool. So this is kind of your home race. How many years? Your dad was racing pretty much the same age as Jagger was.
Yeah.
Do you have those same kind of memories?
I do. So I grew up going to Qualcomm Stadium every year with my dad, and plus all the Anaheims. But I remember all those years going in the stands and watching my dad race. Coming here in the morning and going through practice till night. I still get that same feeling. I like the nerves and the jitters, even watching. It's funny to look back and think about those days when my dad was racing, but man, those were some of the best days. And it's such a cool sport because you bring your family here and you get to enjoy some racing and watch it. I'm fortunate to still be racing and have a 3-year-old that comes to the races, and it's one of the most awesome feelings to see him enjoy it too. Just cruise around the pits, and he knows all about it now, so it's pretty cool. He's getting there to learning. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and did you get the quite the VIP experience that he gets to do?
I mean, I was in the pits with my dad, and I got to sit on his bike, but I feel like he's taking it to the next level with his social media. I feel like he's more popular than me some days, and it's a little frustrating, but no, it doesn't bug me. I think it's awesome, and he's enjoying it. That's the biggest thing. If he didn't like coming to the track, he wouldn't come, but he talks about it all the time, and man, it's awesome to see him enjoy those days.
Yeah, and when are we going to start seeing him spinning around the track?
So he has a PW50 sitting in the garage, and he's yet to. He goes and sits on it, but when I start it, he's not too sold on it. So, it's going to be there until the day he wants to ride it or he doesn't. I'm not too mad about it, but I have a set of golf clubs also sitting in the corner for him. So I'd rather that if he wants, but. Motocross is such a fun sport, Supercross, and just riding with your family if you just go on the trails or your dad or something. So he's going to always have a dirt bike.
Yeah, and I think I heard you mention in your last interview there's a little bit of a family rivalry between you and your dad.
Yeah, so he has one 125 win and one Premier Class win, 250 win. So he has more than me, and so the rivalry is he's still got a little upper hand on me on that one, and but I have more time to beat him, so I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, and is he involved with your training program anymore?
No, he kind of stepped away once I went pro, and you kind of grow up, and man, there's moto dads that you could take it the wrong way or the right way, but I think it was the right way for me to just let me learn on my own. I guess I learned the hard way with the stuff I've been through, but he's there and he watches, and but mostly it's just me and me and my family.
I'm feeling a lot better than last week. My my chest is kind of clearing up now, and my head's still a little stopped up, but I'm feeling great. I'm feeling ready to rumble for tomorrow night, and yeah, we're gonna go out and check the track out, see how it's playing out for tomorrow.
Were you able to get any riding in this week?
Actually was not able to. The plan was to maybe ride on Wednesday, but that wasn't the case. Kind of felt bad up until Tuesday, and didn't really get to do much. I got a little spin in, a little bike ride, and that was it. So not much training this week. Just trying to chill and rest up for this weekend.
This year you've obviously been able to put all the pieces together. Is there any correlation to you becoming a dad, just kind of having to focus more? Is any of that part of what's going on this year?
I think so. I think a little bit of that plays into it for sure, because I got to win now. I got to win for the little grown, whatever it is. But it's I think that definitely plays a big factor in it, and I think I definitely want to win this championship and show my child what a daddy can do.
So do you know if it's a boy or a girl yet?
You'll actually find out tomorrow. I'm gonna be wearing a helmet that reveals it, so you'll find out tomorrow. Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. Mic check.